Well, we know one way to get around quickly. Oh. Oh! It's the Elvis chicken. Look at this thing. This majestic bastard. I'm so glad this thing exists. When you think about... Oh, God! What are you doing? What the hell was all that nonsense? It was like just gesturing with a pipe. I'm so glad this thing exists, because when you think about how, like, post-apocalypse games, they love to make enemies that look so, like, mutated and decrepit and, like, lizard-like and scaly and spiky and gross. Like, you know there's some beasts that evolved with this majestic plumage. Something's gonna look like this in the post-apocalypse. Because why wouldn't it? Nobody's gonna fuck with that thing. Oh god, blood flies. I'm very hurt, so maybe let's not dick around here. Stamina bar gives you a lot of sprint potential. I'm happy for that. I like that, like in Elden Ring, sprinting did not deplete stamina if you were not in combat. But in general, I'm just glad that sprinting is not like a 10-second thing in the way it is in so many games. You know, they really ought to have some cover up there. Some sandbags or something.
I want to see Kaya.
Let him through.
Oh, he jetpacked up there. It's like, how'd he get up there so fast? Also, what's with all the frills on everybody's clothes? Like, what tactical advantage does that offer?
Finally, the mysterious stranger honors us with his presence.
This guy's just dancing.
Sorry, I got held up.
Oh, well, how can I complain when faced with such a valid reason?
All right, I get it. You're angry, but I've spent a few days out cold in some ruins.
Is that so? And how did that happen?
Maybe you haven't realized, but we have a new enemy.
Yeah, I noticed. As if I didn't have enough problems.
God, her arm clips to her
As
hip.
you can see, my
How
hands
can you
are
be so badly
pretty much
animated?
full.
You're going to take our son on one of your expeditions?
He's better off staying with us right now. There have been far too many attacks on the fort lately. He's not safe there anymore.
Oh yeah, much safer out here.
I don't need a lecture from you. Mister, I like to disappear into my hut when things get difficult.
Actually, the hut is gone. Buried under one of those flying fortresses.
I'm happy to hear it. I never understood why you chose to hide in there instead of living with us.
I mean, this is one of those cases where I don't see how going with the neutral kind of responses is ever like a good thing, because like the positive responses are always just going to get you something better, I assume, unless they come up with some contrived reason why it's good to have an element of destruction in your personality. Yeah, the rubbery skin, that's been a problem in all of their games, like since Gothic 3. Like they're never going to get over that.
I didn't want to burden you with my problems. I respected you too much for that.
Don't make me laugh. You felt wounded because the faction leaders wouldn't listen to your warnings of the potential dangers. And instead of accepting that failure and moving on, you curled up into a ball and wasted years of your life. You were a great man once, Jax. Think of all you did. Fighting your own people, storming the Ice Palace, defeating the hybrid.
Yeah, that was a hoot. I love how they just reuse this cutscene. So we're going to get a good close-up of Jack's face and how different he looks in this game. Also, those are such shitty lightning effects. I always hated that. Literally not the same person. Like, I would deign to say the faces looked better even if they were lower resolution in the first
Not
game.
everyone remembers it that way.
I was there, and that is exactly what happened. No matter what people remember, or choose to remember.
Well, those potential dangers, as you call them, are right in front of us now. We both saw this coming. Now it's up to us to fight for everyone's survival.
I know, just as it ever was. People are too preoccupied with their own lives to worry about the future of humanity. But that doesn't mean you should ignore your own life. If only you had been a real father to Dex, none of this would have happened.
None of what?
Do you think I should have left him on the battlefield at the World Heart then?
No, of course not.
Anyway, Asker will take good care of him. He would never leave him behind. Unlike you.
Where's Dex now?
He's nearby. Asker is teaching him a lesson in patience. You would think he would have learned that from us.
Oh, very funny.
What? Don't you think I know I could have done better too? That this wasteland is no place for him? If you have any better suggestions, let me know. But don't look at me like that. Don't you dare judge me.
Dex needs to be somewhere safe.
Really? Then why don't you do something about it? It's about time you took care of your own son. I just hope you know what you're doing.
I've
Are you
been
just letting
speaking
me
to this
take him?
old man, Adam. He's been treating my wounds. He said the Bastion in the north should expand, become a major power. Sounds like that would be a safe place.
What are you talking about? Adam? An old man? For goodness sakes, Jax, what have they done to you?
All right,
Are
Vana,
your
have a good
senses
one.
so impaired that you can't see what's in front of you?
What's that supposed to mean?
There is only one old man in the Bastion who fits your description. And that is Dawkins. Dr. Adam Charles Dawkins.
Never would have guessed. Shock and horror. Say it ain't so. So basically, yeah, this Adam is the same Adam that was the hybrid. The Adam that they couldn't even get his name consistent in the first game, because I'm pretty sure there's a dialogue recording, or like one of those audio logs you find, where they call him Charles Adam Dawkins, not Adam Charles Dawkins. Which I made a very emphatic point to highlight when I saw it. Yeah, it was really stupid that Jax couldn't piece that together, because, I mean, he was an Alb. He served the hybrid for so long, and finding out his real name should have been pretty momentous, but, all it was like a password to a door or something, so no wonder he forgot about it.
I was talking to Dawkins? I don't believe it.
How badly did they hurt you, Jax, for you not to recognize him? This is the man who set the Albs against the Free People, who plunged Magellan into years of war, all for the hybrid. The miserable bastard who, let's not forget, was inside a mechanical pod until recently. Of course, he's but a shadow of what he was.
It almost sounds like you would have forgiven all his crimes against humanity.
The killing machine from back then has been destroyed. The shattered husk that survived barely has the strength to tell you what he knows. Dawkins
seems
is
really
just an old man
inconsistent.
now. Without his
Sounds like she
machine,
was saying
I don't
he was
think
a
he's
monster.
anything to worry about, to be honest.
And Jax thinks she's too
That
forgiving.
explains a few things. I should pay him another visit.
Yeah, why don't you do that? After all, he only stole a whole year of your life.
A year? You're saying Jax was a commander just by serving the Alps for a year? No. He was raised... What the hell is that line? What? What did that line reference? Because he was... If I remember correctly, he and his brother were, like, taken by the Alps when they were children. Am I off base here? He served the Alps like his whole life. I'm so confused. What year was she talking about?
No. Something's wrong. I need your help.
You look exhausted. What happened?
One of those creatures, one of the invaders, it bit me. The old man says I'm infected, but he didn't know what with.
Well, I can probably mix you something once I'm back home in Tavar. but we're in the middle of a
That's
battle
a
with
different
the
way to
Morcons.
enunciate that.
So I'm afraid you'll just have to hang in there for the moment.
I don't recognize you anymore. You're obsessed with the fight against the Morcons.
Did you see what they did at the World Heart?
Yeah, they killed 2 people, so
It was
what?
a massacre. They practically wiped out all our warriors.
There were 2 of them.
We have to strike back before they can reach the grotto. Once they disappear inside, we'll be dealing with more than just their bloodhounds. They'll unleash their destroyers, and who knows what else on us.
We need to talk about this new enemy. We're gonna have a lot to deal with.
I know. That's one reason I'm out here. Because of that and all the other threats to our lands. I always expected something like this, just not this soon.
Not this soon. It's been
Could
6
you
years.
be aware that the hybrid spoke of?
It's more than that. I think he might have even called them here somehow. One of the last things the hybrid did was to fire a signal into the sky.
When the hell did he do that?
It caused a strange celestial phenomenon no one's been able to explain.
That isn't a comforting thought. People need to prepare for what's coming. But damn it, I just don't have the time right now. I can't leave until I solve this situation with the Morcons.
Of course you can't, because we need something to get in our way.
I'll take care of your Morcon problem.
And how are you gonna do that? You're sick.
I'm going to need your help against these invaders. It's pointless for you to waste your energy on trivial skirmishes. A couple of Morcon bloodhounds won't be able to stop me.
I think they will.
Very well. I'll gather my men and prepare for a retreat. But be careful. Those animals will do anything to get their hands on Alexit.
I've just leveled up. Cool. Oh, it's making me
Look
do it.
after Dex, do you hear me?
Alright, so I haven't
I'll
decided.
tell you if anything happens to him.
Haven't decided what I'm going for, so I'm gonna hang on to these for now. But I'm also gonna... Salad? That's not salad, that's just lettuce. To your point, Orbear, I would say this dialogue is as bad as Piranha Bytes' dialogue has ever been. They only had good dialogue in the first 2 Gothic games, so... Risen was alright, but... Shit.
What's the use?
What are you complaining about?
My head.
Spray cheese? Who's still making that? Why does it make that sound?
If I don't get a handle on it, that thing is going to happen to me.
What thing? What thing? Dark Elix. Ooh. What thing? What thing's gonna happen? I don't understand. But why did they make it sound like Bubble Guts anytime he has that weird headache? Oh, so it's just open. So, small Elex drink. I am really curious if Elex even does what it did in the first game. Because there's no more cold meter. So Elex doesn't, like, change your emotional state anymore. That was the whole reason to avoid drinking the Elex drinks. It gave you a ton of experience and a ton of, like, skill points and stuff. But it adjusted your, like, morality level. And now it just doesn't do anything. It's just, like, drink all the ones you can find. Unless they're hiding it, like, as a stat you can't see now. Well, I'd be surprised.
You're pushing your luck.
Okay, so they do notice, and they do... It does count as stealing here. Why are they listening to the cleric radio?
And let's be honest.
Oh, right. I gotta turn something off. They added the streamer mode to not do copyrighted music.
Who isn't a music fan? Billy Idol is giving a concert. Yes, you heard me right. Billy Idol is in Caracas and is performing live from the amphitheater. I hope to see all of you there. It's going to be an incredible night. Here's a little taster to whet your appetite. This is Herbert from the Orbit.
Alright, gotta stay away from that. No I turned that off, but I assume it messed up because it was already playing. But yes, they got Billy Idol music in the game. And they want to make damn sure you know about it. I cannot imagine Billy Idol's making an actual cameo in this fucking game. But if he is, 10 out of 10. Oh god, the camera! What's happening? Where am I? That was weird. Finley?
Aren't you kind of young for a warrior?
Hey, I may be green, but I'm a quick learner. And there ain't no finer teacher than Kaya.
Can't argue with you there.
I've learned a lot, and that's thanks to her. It's such an honor to serve beside her.
Alright. Coming off a little thick there, buddy. That's my wife you're talking about. Also, why do you just have like a square of chainmail on your stomach and on your neck? How's that gonna help? I can stab to either side of it. Who's still manufacturing toilet paper in this day and age? Surely all of it would have been used by now. And we can cook food. Why do you have to hold? Why do you have to hold? Why do you have to hold the button? Yummy. Oh god, why does it take so long just to stand up? Oh god, oh god. That is some intense bloom with his sun, though.
Don't get yourself too worried. Yes, there's a new threat from the north.
Is there?
There are many rumors about the aliens roaming our
Getting a
lands
lot of healing
and infecting
potions.
them with purple stuff. But we have survived many catastrophes in the past. We can handle this one too. This is me, Herbert, broadcasting from the orbit.
You're not from the orbit. There's a whole... I never saw it in my original playthrough for YouTube, but you can actually find Herbert, this guy who claims he's broadcasting from orbit, and he's just broadcasting from a random radio tower in the middle of the game world. Alright, no one cares. General remedy. Will that cure my illness? So, let's think on this. If I wanted to use this upgraded sword, I have 5 attribute points I can spend. Right? Is it just 5 or do I have 10? Where do I see them? Oh, it is 10. So, I could up enough to use a new sword. I'd only really get to use... Oh, that's an enhanced lead pipe. Who the hell's upgrading lead pipes? Does it actually look different? It does. It's a beefier lead pipe. It doesn't look... I mean, it looks more bendy. But anyway, I can use this... I could get enough to use this sword. Plus the bonus to melee damage from that. No, not that. I think that would get me enough to use the bow as well. There's only 1 through 8? What is this nonsense? Why are you consoleizing your games, man? Okay, so we've got a sword now. That for some reason he just won't hold close to the grip like a sensible person. Alright, they don't actually want me stealing.
Now push your luck.
They don't want me stealing stuff here. So, kind of interesting that they... Because all the previous games kind of had an issue where... Oh my god, there's auto, like, aim assist? I don't want that shit. I thought I turned that off. No! Turn that shit off. I think I'm some casual. What was that shot? Oh god, it's so floaty. Do they actually have, like... Ow. Get your ass down here. I tried to kick a bug. Look at this stupid thing. What was that? Ow. Man, this combat is not comfortable. Rat. What the hell is that? The devilish chuckle. Alright, so killing defenseless critters increases your destruction stat. Remains to be seen what that's worth. What's this guy up to? Fucking bald beardman.
Is it true the Morcons are bad people, Father?
Where did you hear that?
Mother says they invaded our camp at the World Heart and killed lots of us. It was really horrible. Why are the Morcons doing this?
It's hard to explain.
I don't get it. Only bad people would do something like that, wouldn't they?
Well, commitment to authenticity. Seems like they got an actual 6-year-old to perform this role.
It's not something a boy your age should ever have to see.
Why not? If I don't see it, does that mean it didn't happen?
No, of course not. It was a small group. I'm sure not all Morcons are like that.
You mean those weren't real Morcons?
They were, but I think they attacked the World Heart because they were bad people, not because they were Morcons.
Why are you suddenly defending them?
You're right, Father. It's hard to explain.
I like how there's no... I mean, Jack supposedly has been gone for a while. You think his son would be, like, excited to see him. Well, he's just like, hey.
Mother says I have to wait here until she finishes her work. But she's taking so long. Can't we go somewhere else?
It's probably for the best. You're not safe out here. Wait here. I'll take care of it.
Take care of what?
Yeah, wait. That's all I ever do around here. You have to let Asgard know we're leaving too.
Who said we're leaving? I told you we were
Don't
staying.
worry.
What the hell are these quest names? Well, I can't take that lettuce. Hey, buttface.
Jax, glad you're here. Kaya and the little one were worried.
Kaya left you in charge of our child?
She did, and I consider it an honor. I know you're both busy, and I see no signs of that changing anytime soon.
How's my son?
Doing pretty well, considering recent events. But it's too much for a boy his age.
He shouldn't even be here.
Well, his mother wanted him with her. These last few days have been something else. Turbulent times we live in.
I'm taking the boy to the Bastion.
Is that a good idea?
Kaya and I think it's the best thing for him, given the circumstances.
Didn't sound like she agreed with this.
Won't hear me complaining. Means you're responsible for the boy from here on out.
I thought you said it was an honor.
The Bastion is in the north, right? The ruins where that Dawkins fella lives?
Seems like everybody but me knows who the old man is and what he's up to.
Well, you've clearly been out of town for quite some time.
Clearly.
I'll head out to the Bastion right away then. Gotta get the place ready.
What are you gonna do there?
I'll see you there. Watch yourself out there.
Why is everyone just going there? It sounds like you're abandoning your post here. Aren't you actually supposed to be doing something? This is so awkward. I'm not really following what's going on here. More free XP. I don't think there's a reason why you wouldn't use these now, because unlike Gothic 2, where you wanted to save your stat boosting like potions and stuff for later, I mean, 500 XP never becomes more valuable if you hang on to it. There's no reason not to drink it now. Now we already got more attribute points to spend. I'm wondering... if they have, like, the soft caps they had before. But if it's this quick to level up, I don't think there's any harm in getting those up now. Well, that don't help. What did I need for the sword? The better sword. 25 and 17, so yeah. That would allow me to use better sword. And that's worth it. Somehow the sword looks so much worse. It's even rustier. And yet it's superior. Crack easy lock. With a lockpick right and left to set the correct position of the bolts. Let's not... doesn't really tell you the rules that well. This is identical to the lockpicking minigame they've had since Risen 2. And I'm fine with that, because it means I already know how to do it. Bonus experience monster plus 3. What? What does that mean? We get more experience for killing monsters? We're getting so much free shit here. It's kind of outrageous. This is going to be some rotten-ass sofa because it's been sitting out in... getting drenched in the rain. Oh, God. There's a whole medical kit there I can't take. Cave Boyd. Alright. Shouldn't do that. Why is it gotta be a demon chuckle? It's really awkward to hear. It looks like somebody's still using this farm. So why couldn't they, like, patch up the roof a little bit if you're gonna live there? What is that? Some mineral of some kind? The camera zoom is really, like, starting to upset me the more I, like, move around. Alright, child. Let's walk somewhere.
Come with me. I'll get you out of here.
Really? I don't have to wait anymore?
I'll take you to the Bastion.
Oh, I've always wanted to go there. Asker says there's ghosts.
Really? That's what he tells you. We'll talk about this later.
Okay. I love ghosts.
Come on. We've got to go now.
God, I hope we were raising a smarter child than this. I meant to rest and get some health back. Let's have a snack. Where are we going? North? There's a very wide screen map. I'm gonna assume it's here? Oh, so we're right on the border of Tavar, or Tavar. So I'm curious to see how the boundary of the world is. So, Tavar was a desert in the first ELEX. Based on everything we're hearing, it seems that the Berserkers finally took it over and started terraforming it, making it nice and lush and green again. So it's one of those cases where they don't make a compelling argument for why, like, the Berserkers aren't really doing the right thing. I mean, there's some element of them being, like, sort of fascist in a way, in that you have to follow the rules or you get sent to the gulag. But they're the only people that are actively improving the world. So what else we got going on here? If we go north... north of here would have been the volcano place where the clerics were. This map doesn't really seem to add up in my head. So I don't see the Hort or the Fort or whatever it's called. Maybe I'm just unable to visualize it. Because this I thought was where the comet hit. And that was like a totally inhospitable place. And now it looks really nice. And there's a whole damn building there. Or like a facility. I don't know, man. Guess we'll find out.
I'm not sure I should tell you.
Oh,
I've been dodging child support.
I understand.
I was unconscious, so I couldn't come see you.
Unconscious? Really? Like when all the lights go out and everything?
That's right.
Wow. Why were you unconscious?
There were these, come on. We gotta keep moving.
I see a wolf. Were we supposed to like clear the way before we come here? Thumper! Oh. Y'all gonna get thumped. So how's this for a weapon? Poison damage. Needs a lot of strength. Has quite a few empty sockets. So we can't just add gems to any random weapon. They actually have to have a socket available, which makes sense. Alright, let's try some ranged weapons again. I'm wondering if they actually have like an accuracy thing now. It seems like my shots were going way off before. Prickleback. That didn't do jack shit. You're on what? What are you doing? Don't you get engaged, kid. Ow. Holy smokes. They have like very little telegraph. Alright. Seems pretty damn easy to stun lock them.
Why won't you tell me what happened to you?
I don't want you to worry.
Really? I'm the son of the biggest daredevil in the world, and you don't want to worry me?
Yeah, well, the less you know, the less you have to worry about. Come on.
Where am I going? Up here? Follow the roads? I assume I can turn quest markers on, but I want to not do that if I can avoid it. I don't see any sign of a bastion. Or anything worthy of such a grand title. What are these fellers? You danger fellers? Well, that guy looks disgusting. They don't look hostile. Where's the kid? Oh god, I lost my son. Where the hell did he go? Oh, he just stayed way behind. Did he get stuck? Or does he not want to follow me here? I didn't say we were stopping, kid.
I'm back. I'm not coming.
Okay. So, that's not the way we're supposed to go.
I'll ask Mother about what happened to you. She'll tell me.
Fine. I guess it's better if I tell you myself.
Yeah?
You see, we're under attack.
Is it the Morcons?
No, they're these aliens. And they've come to invade our lands.
Oh, I know about them. Mother told me, but they're still far away.
Not no more, they ain't.
Not far enough. I had to fight some and they hurt me.
Really?
You didn't fight, you ran away.
They left me behind, but, well, I haven't been myself for a few days.
Cool.
That ain't cool.
Oh yeah, real cool.
What's this? Just random ass, like, purple crystals. They don't even look like they're textured properly. One of the things they said is that they're basically just not allowing... I don't know if there's going to be other, like, children in the game, but, like, the kids are not, like, allowed to be harmed by the game rules. So, like, nothing's going to attack them. I assume we can't attack them either. Special attack? Oh, because I knocked him down. Ow, he got me anyway. Between, like, the lack of tails on their attacks, a really slow dodge, and the fact that the camera just goes apeshit in combat, I don't think, like, tactical dodging will ever actually be, like, possible. It's so janky. Garlic. Delish.
Father,
What?
Yeah?
these invaders, why are they here? What do they want?
Well, nobody really knows yet. They haven't told us. But, seeing how things are going, we'll find out soon enough. And I don't think we're gonna like it.
But you and Mother will look after everyone, won't you?
That's why I have to make sure you're safe first. Then we'll have to find out exactly what we're up against. Alright, enough questions. We have to keep moving.
Yes, Father.
No, I just want to get rid of this kid. And then we'll do the exploring afterwards. I assume we're going up here. At least the kid keeps up. Usually, followers, especially child followers or short followers in these games, since they have a different run animation, it's always a different speed, and they never keep up. And it becomes aggravating. There's one bent-ass tree.
That was fun. I wish we could spend more time together.
Well, you know, I have to...
Yeah, I know. You have lots to do. But still, it'd be really great if you came to visit sometime.
Stick with Asker. He'll look
You're not
after
even
you
looking
while
at
I'm
him.
gone.
I'm gonna take a look around. Maybe I can find traces of the spirits Asker was talking about.
He sounds like he's cast as a 6-year-old actor. But he doesn't talk like one. That's the other thing that B-rate writers can't deal with is how to actually write dialogue that sounds like it's a child's natural dialogue. It's interesting that, in spite of everything, people feel obliged. If people feel like they can trust this man enough to just walk up here and see what he's up to. Even though they all know who he is, and that the fact that he was literally the greatest enemy of mankind until we beat his ass and kicked him out of his tin can.
Good to see you, Jax. Have you thought about what you want to do next?
No. I'm still deciding what I'm going to do with you first, Dawkins.
Dun dun dun!
So you know.
You don't have a gun, dork.
You being this friendly after everything you've done. I don't like it. And I don't trust you. Why didn't you just tell me who you were from the start?
I thought it might be confusing, and I knew you had some personal business to deal with first. But now that you're done, we can finally start our work. The Skyans have a considerable head start, so we don't have much time.
So one thing I feel like they're completely going to gloss over is how exactly he survived, because there were ways to get him to survive by either doing the cold or neutral ending. But the fact that Jax was surprised he survived means he thought he killed him, so that's the emotional ending. But I guess it stands to reason because he only, in the other two endings, he just, stood back up as we were walking away. So I guess for some reason with the emotional ending, it took him a little bit longer to stand back up and we were already gone.
You have a lot of explaining to do. You sent a signal into space when you were still the hybrid, and then this strange object appears in the sky. Just what the hell did you do?
You have to understand, although I still remember much of my time as the hybrid, many of the machine's thoughts and memories were wiped out. But it appears the hybrid opened a wormhole near Magellan not long before its encounter with you.
A what?
A wormhole. A phenomenon capable of bridging time and space. And clearly our unwanted visitors used it to get here.
Right. And I guess them attacking us now is just pure coincidence.
I understand why you're angry. I would be skeptical too, but I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. I ask myself these questions every damn day, believe me. But those memories are gone. The hybrid machine is a thing of the past, and there's nothing I can do about it. We have to look forward. Try to figure it all out before the Skyans overwhelm us.
Skyans. Did you come up with the name?
The alien invaders gave it to themselves. I was able to intercept some of their transmissions, which is how I know they're getting ready for the
How
next
did you
phase
translate any of it?
You can understand them?
It's not difficult. I've spent many lifetimes in the pursuit of scientific knowledge. And the language of science and mathematical algorithms is universal.
Yeah, but the words are different.
How did you escape the hybrid's machine?
When you defeated that pathetic hybrid form, the logical part of the machine was destroyed. And that's when Dr. Adam Charles Dawkins started coming back. Eventually, I managed to open the capsule I was stuck in. But it was a few weeks before I could move properly or use my muscles again. Can't say I'm quite my old self yet. But at least I'm free of the machine's destructive thoughts. And that's good enough for now.
I wonder if they're going to elaborate how exactly he became affiliated with the hybrid, because it would be my impression that he built it. So maybe he, just in an effort of self-preservation, he created the machine as like a life support system and a like neural link kind of thing, along with an AI to kind of help him do all like his science and logical calculations and everything. And the AI became like self-aware and kind of took over his consciousness or something, which is an interesting thought, but probably more thought than they're giving it.
Why the hell should I get mixed up in any of this?
You have no other choice, Jax. You won't be able to get rid of that alien infection without my help. And besides, how long is it since you had a good dose of ELEX or mana? You don't have enough strength or magic to fight, and the infection is only making it worse. I'm the only one who can save you. I know more about this kind of disease than anyone else.
And you aren't just gonna do it, you're gonna hold it and like a carrot on a stick? I mean, yeah, that's the, I mean, I'd accuse him, but I wouldn't resort to threats. I just want to point out that that's exactly what he's doing. But in reality, like, I would say I'd be pretty pissed that he's, like, holding this over my head to get me to do what he wants. But at the same time, he's also the only one trying to make an effort against something that has been a concern of Jax's for so long. And Jax really has no reason to blow it off, because this is going to affect him in the end. So all these two answers are just stupid.
I guess you're right. We might as well work together.
Let me start by explaining exactly what's happening to you. The skyanids that bit you are highly enhanced with a purple substance not unlike our blue ELEX. That's why I've taken to calling it Dark ELEX. The whole thing is rather confusing, but both our blue ELEX and this new purple stuff have a few things in common. They both come from a different world. And they can both cause terrible mutations while also unleashing incredible powers. But this dark ELEX is more like a disease. It's highly infectious, and once it finds a suitable host, it replicates at a rapid rate.
All right, if you know so much about these Skyans, tell me how to stop them.
They've come with a huge number of warriors and creatures to take over our planet, harness it for their own use.
Why don't you tell me something I don't know?
Their formers are already operational. They're using them to pump dark ELEX into the ground. That makes the areas around these formers extremely dangerous. I wouldn't recommend approaching them without the best equipment possible, and a substantial military force.
Get to the point.
In the end, that's what it boils down to. Military force and equipment. We need strong allies who will support our cause. If we are to stand a chance against the overwhelming strength of the Skyans, the Sixth Power will have to become the greatest human military force in history.
That's gonna be a tall order, considering like 90% of the population was wiped out back when we had a formal military of any kind. What the hell went all sloppy? What the fuck? What the fuck?
I see the infection is affecting your speech.
Huh? What are you talking about?
And your memory, too.
What the fuck?
Interesting. I believe you wanted to say something?
That's the best you can come up with? Brute force and military power?
I don't think that was scripted.
That's only the beginning.
I mean, it kind of was,
We
but...
have a lot of work ahead of us, Jax. First, the Bastion is going to need improvements if it's going to house a growing army. And we can't lose sight of the movements of enemy troops and their Skyanid creatures. If we see them making any significant advances anywhere, we'll have to intervene immediately. And of course, the first thing we need is a suitable faction we can form an alliance with.
That was really interesting. It seemed like that was like a timed thing that happened in this dialogue. And because it happened before I selected a dialogue option, it like intervened with that dialogue option to like fuck with it, which is actually kind of cool.
Okay, let's say I start looking for an ally to join your Sixth Power.
There are so many feuds. All the factions in Magellan are at each other's throats. But the only way we can hope to defeat the Skyans is by building an army stronger than theirs. So speak to the leaders of each faction. Find out who would make the best and strongest ally. Join them, poach their warriors, or, I don't know, capture their commanding officers.
We gonna turn this into Mother Base?
I don't care how you do it. Just do whatever it takes to make the Bastion as powerful as it can be. And get moving. The enemy is practically on our doorstep.
So they're making some kind of sense out of like joining a faction, why it isolates you from the other factions of this one. Because you need them to become an alliance with your home base here. Whereas in the last game, it seemed like, other than the fact that, you know, you got some personal skills out of it and equipment, there was no, like, story necessity for joining any of them.
Why would any faction want to join forces with us?
The only way we can stop the Skyans' advance is with an iron will and an army of fearless warriors. But all these factions have been fighting each other as long as they can remember, so the only solution is a new central power, one that has complete autonomy and independence. As soon as the others see that humanity stands a chance against the invaders, they'll join us. It's up to you to recruit them and train them, and find your old strength. You're the only one who can pull them out of their apathy and fear. You must prepare them for the coming war. They'll be fighting to stop the total extinction of humanity. Be their hero, be their leader, their last hope of salvation. Beast of Zakor.
Don't call me that. It's ancient history, and it isn't true anymore.
And yet, people still talk about your fight with the hybrid, about what you did in the war against the Alps. You might be an outsider to them now, but they'll learn to trust you again.
You're a fucking hypocrite, you know that? Like you had nothing to do with the hybrid.
I'm weak and I'm burnt out. And the machine that controlled me back then doesn't exist anymore. It's your willpower that saved us all from the hybrid. and you still have it. Just as strong as it ever was. So go out there. Convince them to fight with us against the Skyans. And do it before it's too late.
When are you going to do something about my infection?
I'm already working on it. The study of Dark ELEX is at the top of my agenda. We still have time. I don't believe you're going to mutate into a Skyanid creature anytime soon.
Well, what scientific evidence
And
do you
a
have to back
strong
that up?
will. If Dark ELEX works anything like the blue substance we know, you stand a good chance.
Don't fuck with me. I don't want this thing to kill me just because you want to play war.
Look, it's going to take time. I need peace and quiet to conduct my research. In the meantime, you need to prepare for the coming battles with the Skyans.
About the military forces of the other factions. Kaya, the powerful berserker mage, is gathering her troops in the borderlands of Tavar, ready to protect the land from potential dangers.
The Berserkers were never particularly adept at foreign policy. Okay. However, we still can't say which faction would be most effective as an ally. We need to get more information about the other factions.
Improvements for the Bastion? What kind of improvements exactly?
Well, the first thing we need to do is clear the surrounding area of anything dangerous. We can't take the next step with those things hounding us all the time.
Is that all?
You're the expert in killing things. I'm sure you can handle it.
Time to check our progress.
All right, what do we still need to do?
Well, the Bastion still isn't fortified well enough. First of all, we need to eliminate the beasts in the surrounding areas.
Yeah, he just told us to do that.
I'll have to start thinking about who I want as comrades in arms. We still need more information on the other factions. I can either join one of the major factions, or speak to enough important figures to get an idea of their military strength. And let's not forget, there's the small matter of my infection. That's for you to deal with.
Good. Then we know it needs to be done. And remember, the sooner you join a faction...
Yeah, I know. Things will be harder without the kind of training and equipment I can get from them.
That's right.
Alright, so I guess that's something we can check on our,
Just don't make me wait too long. The
our
future
quest
of the
every now
world
and then.
is at stake.
Alright. Well, things are getting interesting. I wish he would elaborate a bit more on, like, the purpose of this Dark ELEX, but I guess he... Watch? That ain't no watch. Who's putting that on their wrist? I guess we don't really know what this Dark ELEX is yet. I'm curious if it has, like, a gameplay function. I mean, I have some of it. I can give it to you. I pick some up. People are just putting it on their damn shelves these days.
I don't know enough about that.
But
No, just can't do that yet.
it's interesting that, well, the ELEX that the elves were accumulating, they were extracting out of the ground. Whereas this Dark ELEX seems to be something they're putting into the ground. And who knows what it's really doing.
I don't know enough about that.
I don't know. Because the ELEX itself came on the comet. Oh, God. Oh, that looks awful. Might as well have not animated that at all. It wouldn't have looked so bad. But potato salad. What am I saying? Yeah, the ELEX that came on the comet was supposedly, like, the comet itself was supposedly sent by these aliens that are coming here. What do you want, child?
Father, is it true you're going to rebuild the Bastion? Can I come with you?
I don't know if that's such a good idea.
Oh, come on. I won't go wandering off. I promise.
And what if we're attacked by wild animals?
You'll take care of me. Come on. Please?
Hell no.
Okay.
No.
Do exactly what I tell you.
Yeah. I'll be as quiet as a mouse and keep my head down.
Stay close behind me, okay?
I hope we're not expected to have this kid follow us, like, frequently.
Don't trouble yourself. I'll take care of everything.
Why are you even here? Why are you invested in this place? Tinned meat. Nothing I like more than a good can of corned beef or something.